Hey guys, this is a knife that doesn't really get a lot of airtime in the knife community. People pretty much ignore it. However, I think that it is a really awesome everyday carry knife. And I've carried this one a lot. And, I think that it's just an outstanding knife. There's some things that could be improved on it, but I think one reason that it doesn't get a lot of airtime is that it's one of those knives that you really kind of have to hold to understand. It's very nice in the hand, and I really like it. So this is the Gerber AR 3.0. There's also a 3.5. I don't have any experience with that. It's just a bigger version of it. This is a 3-inch blade on here. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. It's this one's combo edge. I prefer plain edge. I just happen to get combo edge. I don't really remember why, but the nice kind of standard blade shape. I really like this blade shape. It is a flat ground from this midpoint here. I like that because it provides keeps some strength in that blade. With that unsharpened swedge there. Just probably one of my favorite blade shapes. Good belly in there, good piercing tip. Very nice blade shape on here. Now, this is Gerber steel. I think people are saying, Gerber doesn't tell you, I think people are saying that it's 440A. I found it to be adequate. It's by no means the best steel out there at all. But I found that it holds the edge long enough to do the job, and as long as you're willing to sharpen your knife every so often, I found it to be fine. The edge on them out of the box is decent. I wouldn't call it razor sharp, but it's good and it will get the job done. Decently thick stock on there as well. Okay, the thumb studs on here are very nice. They work well. They're not the best ones I've ever seen, but they do work very well and get the job done very nicely. Now the handles on here are made out of aluminum. I don't know what series of aluminum. I don't think Gerber says. However, I found them to be nice. Now it is a little bit thicker handle than maybe some other designs out there. For comparison, I guess I'll show you the Spatico Persistence. This is this one. So I'll show you close. As you can see, a little bit thicker than the Persistence. However, I find it to be comfortable in carrying it, and it does mean when it's open that it fills your hand a little better, and it feels really good in your hand. Now these handles, you can't not take them apart. They're just all pretty much solid put together. You can't take it apart. But you can adjust your pivot point, which is nice. And that's one thing that's really nice about this knife is just how so smooth it is. It's just, it's reminiscent to me of the 940 Osborn by Benchmade. And if you've ever held that knife is just like a dream. These knives I would term poor man's 940 Osborns. And yeah, that's saying a lot because, they're not quite to that level, but complete thumb tension alone, you get nice, fast, solid lockup. It's just, it's awesome. And I have one new in box here. I like this knife enough. I have several in reserve in case they discontinue it or something. This is a new one. That one, it's not quite as smooth because this one's been loosened up with use and everything else. So this is a little stiffer, but it will loosen up over time and carry. But very nice knife. There's your lanyard hole on there. This model I have here is black blade. By the way, if you go black blade, that's what you can expect. Yep. It'll wear. It's pretty much a painted on finish. So yeah, but I guess that black paint will help with corrosion resistance a little if that's something you're worried about. So very nice. It is a liner lock. Some people don't trust liner locks. This one is full engagement. Very nice feel overall. it has jimping on there, and it's sharp jimping. It's meaningful, but yet it doesn't cut you up. You know, it's not sharp edged. They radius the edges, but not the sharp part of the jimping. So that's really well done. Full engagement. I've carried the knife for a long time, and it's had all the strength I've ever needed. And guys, be realistic. It's a folding knife. You know, it's meant for cutting things. It's not a pry bar. You know, it's not. I mean, be realistic in your tasks that you're asking of it. It is made in Taiwan. I'm fine with that. You know, it doesn't really bother me. It's good quality. The jimping on top is, again, very nice. Really locks you in well, and feels very good. And the reverse grip is even better than the forward grip. It really feels very nice in reverse. You have that you know, nice rounded edge there to really lock in too. And because it's tip down carry only, which, you know, I don't really like. I prefer tip up. However, you know, it doesn't bug me too much in this model, the tip down. Because it's that way, you have that extra thickness of that clip in the front, which really means when you go reverse grip, it really locks you in very nicely. It feels really nice. Now, the clip on here is another high point of this design. The clip on here is probably one of the best clips I've ever seen on a knife. You know, yeah, aside from it not being able to go anywhere else on the knife and being tipped down only, you know, those aren't so great. However, the clip is strong. It retains in very tightly, but yet it's easy to remove from the pocket. So, you know, that's a big plus. It rides very deeply in the pocket. I love that. I love this this coloration on here. That is by far my favorite coloration for a clip. It blends in nicely. You know, I mean, it's very similar in color to these wire clips on Spyderco's, as you see there. You know, I like that too. So this is a reference setting clip for me. I love this clip. It's just awesome. And so great clip, great deployment. I just love it. Great knife. By the way, that's how your blade centers, and this one's had a lot of use. I've carried this a lot. That's how it centers. So not perfect, but good enough for me. So there they are. Their price range on these is gonna be $25 to $35 in that price range. So, you know, obviously if you go to a different design, you can probably get a little bit better steel, but you're not going to get the deployment in a non-assisted opening knife that this gives you. This is just lightning fast. And it gives a good sound, a good solid lockup too. It's just very, very nice. You know, some competition for this, you know, if you're maybe not digging this so much, you're probably going to get some better steel performance out of the Persistence by Spyderco. But another thing is while this is maybe a little bit thicker in this dimension, this is wider in this dimension. So this carries actually pretty nicely. It's nice and slim, which is nice in your pocket. But the Persistence is also a fantastic blade. I love the Persistence. Similar price point and everything else. You know, you get the flow through and the G10 on this. So, you know, I think a lot of people will probably prefer this, but you gotta hold this. It's just awesome. By the way, do I prefer combo edge or plain edge? Get plain edge. That's just what I prefer. And any other competition would be maybe bird knives. This is a little bit bigger knife. This is the Caracara. So bird knives, those are good if you want a liner lock. Bird Raven. This is the smaller version of the Bird Raven. I forget the name of it. That's a knife too. Really, I don't think that these knives can compete with this one. But, you know, it's another option out there. So, those are some other knives. But, I mean, it's hard to understand this one until you hold it. So, I recommend if you're on the fence, just get one. Or find some place where you can hold one. You know, I think they maybe sell these at Walmart. I think they're going to be overpriced, like $40 or something. Don't buy it for $40. Shop around. I think you can get it for less. But they may have them where you can hold them there. I really like them. So there it is, guys. To me, a reference, kind of a reference everyday carry knife. I really love it, but surprisingly, it doesn't get all that much airtime. So I don't know. There it is, guys. Great knives, but not all that popular. So see ya.